What's going on, creative designers? Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create drop cap in CorelDRAW. All right, I'm going to show you how to create drop cap in CorelDRAW. As you can see on your screen, a drop cap, for those of you who doesn't know what drop cap means, a drop cap is simply a large decorative letter, or typically if the first letter of a chapter or paragraph that extends down into the text, spanning 2 or more lines, as you can see on your screen. Okay, from here all the way from here, so you can see this first letter that span all the way down here. As you can see, it covers 1, 2, 3 lines. All right, so this is actually this is what we refer to as drop cap. All right, so we are going to see how we can create that, right, using CorelDRAW. So I believe you have seen stuff like this on magazines, you know, newspaper or stuff like that, brochures, and where you have the first letter being very large while the rest of the letters are very small, or on the setting it up in this particular manner, right? So the first thing you are going to do after you might have typed out your document and arrange your document, and let me show you another thing, because I'm going to delete this, but I'm going to just copy this. I'm going to copy this. All right, so let me just copy the write-up. So this is more like a random text that I able to put together. So it's not like it's not the text is not, it's just a random kind of text. All right, so I'm just taking it out to show you how to do this. So I'm going to delete this overall. So I'm going to delete this, and then so when you want to type in CorelDRAW, most of you know that you can just get your text tool here and then you start typing. All right, which is obviously the right way to do. But if you want to type long text, maybe you are designing brochure or magazine or stuff like that, you've seen a situation whereby you have text here. All right, so you equally have another text here covering a different topic, different from this particular one. All right, let's say you have a text. Let me drop the text here. You have a text here. All right, so you have a text here, and then you have image maybe in between, and then you have another text here. Maybe this one will maybe smaller in this manner. I'm trying to show you how magazine works. So they have a caption, then they have a picture somewhere below this place, and then you have another story. Maybe they will drop a story down here, with a picture. So if you want to design stuff like this in CorelDRAW, you need to create a text box. All right, so you need to come here, click here, this is your text tool. So you click this text tool and draw a text box like this. All right, draw a text box like this. Once you draw a text box like this, so you will be able to type whatever you want to type. All right, type whatever you want to type down here. All right, so this is how you create a text box. So you will be able to, just in case you don't want to place this particular story over here, so you can now carry the story and drop it somewhere here. Okay, or you can bring it down and drop it somewhere here, or you bring it to the other side. All right, but let's quickly create the drop cap. Like I said, get your text from here. All right, draw a text tool. All right, once you draw a text tool, I'm going to paste the text that we copied. Remember, we copy a text. Okay, this text we copied from the other environment, the random text I told you. So now this is our text. Okay, so we are now going to create a drop cap using this text. All right, are going to create a drop cap. So we are going to start with the first one, this particular one, this H. So all you need to do, you are going to select the first letter, this particular one, the H. So you don't need to select everything, you only select this first one, the H. So once you select the first letter, so now you will have you have to go to text. So you click on text, you click on drop cap. Once you click on text, and then you see the drop down menu, so you will now see drop cap. Under the drop down menu, click on drop cap. So you have a dialog box like this. So from this box, this is where you will be able to, let me keep it somewhere here, let me drop it here. I prefer here so that you can see, because we are going to look at the results here. So the first thing you are going to do inside this box, you first of all tick this particular box, click on it. So once you click on it, as you can see, it's changing. All right, so we have a result already. So as you can see, we have the first letter, like I explained earlier, is now is bigger than the rest of the letter, and it covers 1, 2, and 3 lines. All right, so now if you want to reduce the line to 2 instead of 3, covering 3 lines, you want to cover just 2 lines, all you need to do, reduce the line from here. All right, as you can see, we now have 1, 2. All right, so the first letter just covered the first line and the second line, whereas the rest of the text come down here. All right, so you can increase it to 3, 4, 5, as many as you want. You can increase it. Okay, you can increase it. I don't think we need all that, so you can just do that. Then the next thing you are going to look into is this space between this H and this TO or EL, LO that we have here. So the space this is what I mean by the space. So the space after the drop cap, so the space between this H and the T, you can increase it from here or you reduce it from here. All right, so this is what, as you can see, from here and here it is extending. As you can see, it's extending toward the right hand side. So you can just reduce it by clicking the down one, the down arrow. You are reducing it 0.3 inches. As you can see, we have 0.1 inches, but I preferred to remove it completely because it doesn't really make sense to expand it like that. So this is just okay. You can leave it at 0.0 inches. All right, so now you click on OK. Everything is set just like this, so you click on OK. All right, so basically that is how that's how to create a drop cap. All right, so I told you this is how when you see magazines, newspapers and stuff like that, this is how they manage to create the drop caps that you usually see on the magazine and the newspapers. So you can equally do that with this I. All right, so I don't think I want to use, let's use P. Okay, let's use this P. All right, so all you need to do, remember, you have to select the first letter, and then once you select the first letter, remember that I told you in the beginners class that once you want to perform a task and you select that particular object or text or whatever it is, whatever you want to perform that you are going in here to do, which is the menu bar to do, you can equally access it through the property bar. Right, I told you earlier that property bar is meant for you to perform whatever task you want to perform on a particular object that you have selected. Okay, I've selected this particular P has been selected, so now I want to apply a drop cap. So instead of going to text, which is over here, all right, and then click on drop cap, I can just stay here. This is my standard property bar. I can just stay here and then click, this is my drop cap, click right here. So as soon as I click here, as you can see, we already have the I. Okay, it's actually the I, because the I, the reason why we have the I, let's go back to it, Control Z. because the I is the beginning of this particular sentence. All right, so in order to have that P, in order for us to use the P, we are going to separate this. So I'm going to separate the P and the T, rather. I mean the I from the P. So the most important thing is that you were able to learn that you can just stay right there. All right, you can just stay somewhere around there in your property bar, I mean, in order to perform the same task that you were supposed to perform going to the menu bar. So like I said, select this particular P, because I wanted to use this P. Then click on the standard bar, drop your drop cap right on the standard bar, the property bar. So once you do that, this is the results. All right, so this is what you are going to have. So this is some of the things that you can do using this process. All right, so you can achieve the same thing you want to achieve through property bar, or you can equally go to your text right on the menu bar to definitely give you the same results. All right, so this is how it's done. Okay, all right, so I think this will be the end of this video. So if you have any question pertaining to this topic, or any other question for that matter, you can ask me by dropping your question right in the comment section, and I will be happy to respond. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.